Welcome to the Perry Prosthetics How-To video series. In today's video, prosthetist Ben Hammond and our friend and loyal technician Joe dive into the ins and outs of below-the-knee pin suspension.
All right, Joe, so when you wake up in the morning, you'll take your shrinker off. You'll have your liner just as if it was out of the box. So to put this on, we want to turn this completely inside out. All right. And one of the big things is that you want to make sure that you reflect it completely inside out. You don't want to start this with a cup like that, okay?
Okay.
And you can see that there's the umbrella, the reinforced bottom there. So when you line that up with the end of your limb, you want to make sure that that umbrella is at the very distal end of your limb there, okay? You don't want it too far off to either side, too far in the back, or too far in the front. You want that coming straight off the end of your limb. And then you're just gonna roll that up. You can see that you have the white part of the fabric here that's going right over your kneecap, that part of your patella. Roll that all the way up just like that. And so when you look down, you'll find that pin's coming straight off the end of your limb, all right? And as time goes on, you'll learn and see and understand where that pin and the angle of that pin needs to be to put on the limb, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll just grab the prosthesis here. You can kind of feel it go in there, and sometimes you can hear it click, other times you can't. There we go. Did you hear that?
Yes.
So that's when you know that it's engaged. And so at that point, you can bring that leg right underneath of you, and you'll stand up nice and easy, and you'll start to transition some weight. You hear more clicks in there. Perfect. Now, to take this off, what I'd recommend to do is to have the foot down on the floor, kind of put some weight down through the socket. You can put one finger here on the top edge of the socket, and then push that button in. So let's go ahead and try that. Perfect, just like that. All right. All right, so now, as the day goes on, what you might find is that you feel a little loose. Sometimes you can start to hear some air. Things don't feel as comfortable as they did before. So we have these socks, and these are going to take up some space to make you nice and snug again, and everything should feel better that way. One really important thing when it comes to the sock is that you see the hole there for the prosthetic sock.
Yes.
All right, you want to make sure that when you put the sock over the liner, that there is no fabric on the pin. Okay, you see how it's like that with no sock down there? That's perfect, that's what we want. So if you were to put this on and the sock was like that and you go down into the socket, you're not going to get that socket off, okay? So what we do, you just kind of fold it up just like a pair of Ted hose or a pantyhose, and just make sure that that goes completely over the pin, and you pull that sock off nice and smooth, and you can put that down into the socket just like you did before, okay? There you go. Perfect. All right. So we're going to sit down again. We'll take it off, and then we're going to start from the very beginning. And I kind of want you to do that yourself. A little quiz here. Let's see how you do. Excellent. All right.
Go ahead and put this on.
Sure. If that felt more comfortable with the sock than without it, that's what you want to do there. Because sometimes in the morning it's going to feel, the limb is going to feel better and the prosthesis will feel better with no sock. And then as the day goes on and you walk, you push some of that fluid out, and you need the socks to take up space. And really the socks are kind of an at-home test to see what feels better and what doesn't. So if you were to ever add a sock and it felt a little better but wasn't quite right, that'd be information to tell us when you come back for a progress check, so we can make adjustments to the socket to make sure that it still feels good even with the sock.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
The team at Perry Prosthetics is always available to answer questions from patients, family members, and medical professionals. Contact us at any time.